So let's get straight into it. This is a hands-on look at the brand new Pixel 10a, and honestly, there's something very interesting going on here. You know how sometimes smartphone releases are really only just one or two new things, like sometimes it's just a spec bump or like a slight design update or something small like that. This one feels even more familiar than that. It's basically the same phone experience. On the outside, you really cannot tell much of a difference. The phone keeps the same dimensions, same shape, super safe, super generic, super flat design. It's still aluminum on the sides, still a plastic back instead of glass. And they're continuing that nice approach where the phone is just a little bit thicker, which removes the camera bump and allows for a bigger battery. So again, the dual cameras sit completely flush with the back, and the battery is still 5100 mAh, which is honestly great for this price range. Buttons are in the same places, antenna lines, ports, speakers, everything feels exactly where you expect it. IP68 is still here too. Overall, it's the same design language carried forward. Even visually, the only real difference comes down to colors, and when I say slight differences, I really mean slight. The new options are now called Fog, Obsidian, Berry, and Lavender. Moving to the front, the display is still 6.3 inches with rounded corners and semi-thick bezels. Hole punch camera in the top middle, fingerprint sensor under the glass, nothing new here. It's still a 60 to 120 Hz panel, still set to 60 Hz by default. Same resolution, same pixel density. It's all very familiar. Around the back, the cameras also remain unchanged, 48 megapixel main and 13 megapixel ultrawide. And inside, it's still running the same Tensor G4 chip. No upgrade here either, same 8GB RAM and 128GB base storage. Even the price stays exactly the same at $499, but to be fair, there are a few differences. After going through everything carefully, here's what actually changed. The display is slightly improved, it's about 10% brighter, reaching up to 30,000 nits peak brightness. It's now protected by Gorilla Glass 7i instead of Gorilla Glass 3. Bezels are just a tiny bit thinner. Charging is a bit faster now, going up to 30 watts from 23 watts. Wireless charging also improves from 7.5 watts to 10 watts. The camera area is now completely flush, no tiny bump at all anymore. There's also more recycled material used in this model and in some regions. Satellite SOS is now supported, letting you contact emergency services even without a cellular signal, and that's pretty much the entire list. Now, this leads to some interesting thoughts. This might be the closest thing to a re-release I've ever seen in a smartphone. Same chip, same specs, same battery, same cameras, same screen, just slightly refined. And look, I get it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, but there are still some obvious upgrades that could have made a big difference. For example, adding magnets to the back, something like a Pixel Snap system would have been a great move. It's something the industry is clearly moving toward. Increasing base storage to 256 gigabytes would have also been a strong statement, especially in 2026. Even updating the chip to the newer Tensor G4 could have made this feel more current, but instead, it feels like Google is leaning fully into the idea that the Pixel is a software-driven experience. And to be fair, this phone does have all of those software features, things like Best Take, which merges faces from multiple shots into one perfect group photo, camera coach that helps guide better shots, call screening, hold for me, clear calling, now playing all the Pixel exclusive features that people actually notice. So really, it raises the question, why release a new phone at all if the hardware barely changes and the focus is software? What's the reason for a yearly release? And honestly, the answer seems simple. It's just the routine now. Every year, there's a new device because that's what the industry expects. Even if the changes are minimal, there still needs to be something new on the shelf. And to be fair, not everyone upgrades every year. For someone coming from a 2 to 3 year old phone, this will still feel like a solid upgrade. So yeah, that's the Pixel 10a. Familiar, safe, and still a decent deal. Thanks for so much watching, guys. See you next time.